What's up, guys? This is Raymond Embody McKinney, and today I want to talk about manifesting, deliberate manifesting in steps. Now, maybe you hear some people talk about living from the end or thinking from the end. That's one of Neville Goddard's statements, and sometimes I feel like living from, like he's basically saying, live as if you're that person, like you're already that person, that like the top of the world or something like that. Like you're happily married, you have 20 kids, uh, you have this gigantic mansion, you're the president of the United States already. But here, here's the I feel like there's a lot of resistance when you're trying to live from the end or thinking from the end. Just these gigantic steps, like especially where we, for many of us who have, for many of us who live lives that just seems way out of our radar. But the thing I was listening to one of Sammy Ingram's videos where she talked about manifesting the steps, pretty much, or just messing with the middle. And a lot of there's nothing wrong with messing with the middle, because I can speak from experience when I learn about fitness and personal fitness, like running. Say like you set a big goal. You set a big goal. Say like for me, say I want to run a marathon, or where I ran a 50 miler a couple months ago, an ultra marathon. Yes, absolutely have the vision that's already complete. But I find from my experience that you need to break things down if it seems incomprehensible to you. Break it down to, like, I'm going to use say a 50 miler as an analogy. If 50 miles seems impossible to you, break it down into even smaller steps. Maybe 5 miles. I would think of it like 5 miles, and then and now I'd say something like, I don't look at 45 miles. I just look at increments at a time. Now, if I do have the confidence to maybe jump it a little bit, I will think from that state of consciousness. So yeah, same with manifesting. Say like if you're attempting to manifest like having 20 kids, being married, having a gigantic mansion, all that. Come on, guys. You're gonna have a lot of resistance to that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but many people are gonna. It's just incomprehensible to them. But starting from little steps is super important. That's why I use the marathon analogy. Maybe like if start with a text, or say that person that you may want to be married to eventually in the future. Start with a simple text message, like assuming that person, maybe you repeat, you affirm to yourself in your head, this person is constantly contacting me. And just make it feel natural, not like forcing your affirmations, like he's constantly contacting me. Hey, he's constantly contacting me. No, more something like he's constantly contacting me, or she's constantly contacting me, or whether it's scripting or mental diet. Out of all of it, guys, I find mental diet is the most important. Throughout your day, when you're kind of in that when you're in the state of just kind of that flow state, when you're kind of maybe like driving a car, washing dishes, whatever. Moments like that is when you affirm to yourself in your head, loop something in your head, and just make it not forcing words, but just to make it like, oh, this, like it's actually happening, or It's going to happen. And I see manifesting as just not forcing not like putting yourself in so much pressure, but just to real like the little things like manifesting in steps like that. Maybe again like a text message from someone. And when you get that, maybe you say affirm, oh, that person wants to go out to dinner with me, a dinner date. That person's going out on a dinner date with me. Oh, that person's going out on a dinner date with me. That person's going to say yes. That person is saying yes right now. Things like that, and steps, just etc., etc. And again, like that, like the analogy I used with the marathon or 50 miler. Keep working those steps. You build confidence. And one of my favorites by James Young Cowboy Lawrence, he says, confidence or success breeds success and confidence breeds confidence. When you build on to confidence and success, it becomes easier to believe it's possible for yourself. So, and again with manifesting, knowing that you're the creator of your reality, you can jump steps, guys. If you feel confident in yourself that it's possible to skip multiple steps, or if you want to go wait straight to the end, go for it. If you're totally convinced in it, go for it. But I'm speaking for the majority of the people here that may have a hard time believing that's impossible. That's why messing with the middle or just working in these steps is not only you're also experiencing maybe like you're experiencing the moments in those moments right during those little moments. That's what's fun. Instead of just feeling like you have to live from the end, like have to live to being from the end at 100 years old or something. And come on, guys, that I think living from the end like that is. I feel like there's a lot of. It just doesn't. Most likely, and from my perspective, I just feel like that's just a lot of pressure on our shoulders. Manifesting is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to. We shouldn't make it this hard and over the top complicated. Because we, like, experiencing those little things like the dates or money coming in or just going to parties or whatever. Don't enjoy your life. Enjoy the moments in time. And I find that very fascinating. And again, like I said, if you want to go for the end, live to the end, living as if you're already married. When you're single, go for that. But I think it's just, I find it more exciting to live in those steps. And then set the goal as if you're already married, but just experience the steps in between too. You're not excluding living from the end, you're just including in the steps. And I feel like you can just experience more of a wide variety of things rather than this single thing, which is kind of limiting yourself. Also, like the first person and third person point of view, perspective, in my opinion, it doesn't matter. Because maybe, from my experience, I would think of someone out of the blue, and then they would either message or call me. And that was a couple of years ago. I remember that, where I just thought about them. Or I just kind of had a subtle imaginal scene. And it's they would message me or call me. Didn't put any effort into that. I just felt like So then I had one person at my job the other day. He said he called it his spidey senses were tingling. Like he thought of his I think he thought about his one of his exes or something, and then that ex messaged him. Things like that. So you can learn from other people. Cause I've seen people, I've heard people talk about they would think of someone and then they message or then they show up in their life. Things like that, guys. I learn from other people too. I don't just learn from like I don't feel like I have to put all this pressure on me thinking I'm the only one that's conscious and everyone else is an illusion. That's bullshit, guys. Because life isn't everything. Everything's life, guys. let's get out of that analytical thinking. Let's just stop that thinking of just overthinking just scientifically. Because logic will just keep you limited and you're overthinking. You're always going to be in your head. Live your life, guys. Experience life. Doesn't matter if you're going to prove anyone right or wrong. You're here to experience amazing things in your life. So, this is my simple message to you guys. So, don't limit yourself, even to these coaches on here. Um, Again, like I like Sammy's channel because she just has this vibe where it's just doesn't feel like you're doing it. She's not saying you're doing it wrong. However, whatever feels natural to you that manifests, whether it's affirmative, scripted, whatever feels natural to you, do not limit yourself, even to these so-called coaches out there, because there are some scammer coaches. And but yeah, do not limit yourself to, even if others say, well, this thing worked for me. They're only mere catalysts, guys. Don't limit yourself. Know what feels natural for you. And take that limiting cap off of you. Thrive in life, guys. Soar like the eagle. And live your life. Every single day. Even in moments of just struggle or just seeing bad days, realize that it's okay to have those bad days or anxious days too, and you can still manifest. It's not stopping your manifestation, guys. There's no blocks. You're just changing your thought. You're just changing your inner assumptions. And even if you like a negative thought or something, a negative emotion that comes up, it's okay to be in those moments of just feeling like you're angry or whatever. You can affirm, or you can tell yourself in your head, you can decree something to be in. Even when you're angry or pissed off or anxious, because you're putting your focus into that. When you put your focus into something, that's what grows. So, I hope this video helps, and I bless you all, and happy manifesting.